All right, this is continuation of my another tutorial on Convertri. Here I will show you the specifics of creating a page, a web page. It might be anything in Convertri, actually. It might be a landing page, it might be a thank you page, it might be a squeeze page, it might be any page with a form, without a form. It might be a sales page, it might be an upsell sales, it might be a video page, it might be video, this video sales letter. It might be really anything, any type of page, right? It's a funnel builder, so you can connect those pages when one action will be completed on one page. Prospect will be redirected to another page. And yeah, that's basically how a funnel works. We will see an example of a page. Um, it might be chosen either from templates or by a template, right? Like this. And they will say differ in style in general, right? And by a type of page, right? Varying from relay, as you see. From an application and checkout page, to sales page, to upsell, webinar, and webinar replay page. So the range is really uh, wide. And let's, for the example of this tutorial, pick up um, really anything. Um, well, let's take, as you see, there's a ton of those templates, and here this filter will help you to pick up some. Um, but well, this would be actually simple, very simple to just take a template, remove some things, and by simply selecting a block with a cursor of a pointer of a mouse, and just hitting the delete button. So this type of using templates edit is just nothing extraordinary, right? But let's um, I mean, I've been using several years of this builder funnel, this software, but I actually never used creating a page from scratch, so you probably won't either. So let's pick up anything really. Let's just pick up this one. Um, this is something nice. This is a video element. This is one of the typical pages. You often don't have video, mm, but sometimes you do. You have to split test what works better. This is actually my webinar funnel, but we will take this. So actually, let's try replay. webinar replay because I'm likely to use it. So we are going to webinar replay page. And by the way, you can, as I said in my previous video on Convertri, you can use entire templates of a funnel, entire template for the entire funnel. So for example, if that would be webinar funnel, there would be many pages that you typically use in a webinar funnel, right? And you would just have this already ready to use. And when you pick up a template like this, you should have different, as you see, uh, styles that will be more close to your branding, right? So you will pick up something that is close to your brand or already existing page, and that will be easier to modify in terms of colors, um, and 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 styles, right? So I will pick up this one. This will be webinar play. All right. Mm. All right. So as you see, you have ready to use templates, and now, as I said, if you don't like something, the position of it, or you just don't like it at all, you can easily just move around stuff, right? And those lines are also mm, good because you know how the text is aligned with other elements, right? So, this kind of this alignment, you already instantaneously know, right? Well, where you have this element aligned with the rest. Then, for example, you don't need some element, for example, like this one. Well, this one we need, right? And then you have some benefits. All right, so we actually would use this and even more. So let's say that we want to add another benefit. Look how simple it is to create another element like this, right? Those are the benefits of having the template, right? You just do this, clone, right? This element, and you're done, right? You see all the alignments. You don't have to be super perfect with such things. People will not notice millimeters. Uh, and yes, so for example, we want now to change video. Let's see what's. Hmm. By the way, I said that here is a video, but I don't see. Mhm. So we probably would need to create a layer, a pop-up layer here. That would be the best. Mm, I mean, the quickest way to deal with this. They have also some elements like nice looking click here to watch or something. This is actually interesting way to introduce a video element where it is not essential, right? Because actually this is a replay, um, webinar replay. It's not opt-in, webinar opt-in. So mm, people already know what that means. This icon, right? We should know, but we can also add some icon, some image, and they have in other templates. And by the way, copying and pasting, it's also very easy here in Convertri. From another page, you would, for example, if I want to have this in another of my pages, I just do this and clone element to another page, right? If this is within the same page, I just click clone and move it. I can also define some layers within and click to a layer. But this is how easy it is. You just mm, after clicking to the page, cloning to the page, you just select the funnel and the page, right? Just select the page to choose from, right? And that's just simple as it is. Then you, after going into the page, the destination, the target page, you instantaneously have this element there, and you can either agree to import this on the first mm, visit of this page or not. Yeah, so this is how how simple this is. Here again, because this is replay, what I would do, I would create a layer. This is more advanced, but it's also very simple to create. I can actually show you right now. The easiest way, obviously, is to create some video element. So I will show you how again simple it is here. Mm, by the way, this is native to Convertri video element, but you can take it from Vimeo, from Wistia, from YouTube. Mm, yeah, and for example, say we want to have this video at the top. Well, typically you have H1 headline at the top. So let's move all of this here and this video here. Oops. All right, so we have something to go. By the way, what am I doing now? I am moving an element. I'm dragging this element with a shift pressed. And in doing so, I move everything under the pointer down, right? While dragging down. If I wouldn't press the shift, the thing only selected would be moving, right? As now I'm doing this with the video element. So say we want this here, we can, as you see, easily do this. Say we want to have this. And then the only thing left is adding here some thumbnail and changing, say, theme of this video box. So let's do it right now. Element page, this is element property. It's always element of anything, right? Now would be the text. This is another text box. That would be an icon, right? But now it's a video element. And what we want to do is first, obviously, add the video element because this is element of a convertri. We can upload to Convertri video library our video, and it will be simply available here, right? So, for example, I have lots of my videos, so I could say put up let's say this one, and mm, if you want to have some constant thumbnail here instead of such black box, we go here and choose this time from media gallery, right? So let's say we will pick up this one. Now it's my YouTube video, which has vertical thumbnail, right? But whatever image you will have, right, it will be fitting, typically will be automatically fitting to the box, right? But this is how my vids on YouTube sometimes look. So if you have the same look on a video, you should put similar image of yours, right? And similar in similar dimensions and look as after clicking. All right, so now we have this, we have benefits. Yeah, and for replay, you could actually get away with this. Oh, and by the way, I have two foot footers, so you mm, are likely to create your footer as well. And you can easily make it populated in every page you create within the funnel. And this will be a footer specific for a funnel, and it will be automatically added to every page, right? Like this. But because this is a thumbnail, so all you have to do is just select the footer from the theme, I meant, and yeah, and press delete button, and you are done, right? So the last thing you would do is changing the text, right? And here the theme, again, appearance, and you change the theme to orange. And that's it. Really, it's that simple. And now the last thing is mobile view. It's already aligned, right? But here's a fantastic feature. You can move the footer like this, or you can move it like this. All right. Again, it's all drag and drop, dragging, dropping elements. It's that simple, and everything is automatically aligned often. But if it's not, you actually have some remobilization of elements, and after clicking this amazing thing, everything is aligned uh, ideally. All right. Sometimes it's not as you want, right? But on the first go, it's such a time saver because elements sometimes are not well aligned, and after clicking this magic button, and really it often feels like working like magic, you have everything aligned vertically, horizontally, elements pop in into right place. It's really amazing. It just takes the desktop view, right? The view we've seen here, mhm, right, as a model, right? So the elements pop in the right place as in mobile view. This is amazingly a really amazing shortcut in your work on your pages, right? But again, some minor things might happen, like this thing again popped me in. Excuse me. And yeah. And by the way, there was the text aligned this way, so we would here align this. We would select this, that, and that, and here we have another magic alignment button. Alignment vertical, middle, and we would, oh, that's not the middle. What I just did, it was just Control and Z, right? Like throughout the computer. Um, um, it's just typically reverse the last action. All right, so um, here we would use, yeah, even after years of doing this, I sometimes have to don't know everything, all right, but there are different ways of doing the stuff, so I wanted to do it in bulk, but looks like yeah, we can't do this with in bulk. All right, but another thing to do this, right? Because now we would have to do this again manually, like did this right again. But another thing to do this more in bulk would be select those and notice what happens. I'm selecting those, moving them right, say like this. And Now this. And everything should pop in right place. Yeah, and that's all. Right. Really, again, it's that simple. Here we have this icon. I was to show you another way of dealing with this video element. So instead of this, let's go to now we can stay in mobile view or in desktop as we prefer. Um, so another way of doing this video would be a pop-up layer. Um, this is a thing you don't have to know. Again, as you see, this is the simplest and fastest way. But I've created many layers. So for me, it's not a problem at all. Um, but when you do it first time, you will just have to do it with some tutorial. There is a quick tutorial of Convertri. It's not difficult. What you do now is you create a layer. I actually already have here a layer because notice that was a webinar template, webinar replay. So that's why they already created for me this layer. And so we have to actually do not have to create this layer. But it's really, again, simple. We already have this one. So this thing already will pop up on the, yeah, so we did everything here. All right. It will be like pop-up, it will be just simply like a pop-up window, all right? But to make it pop up like a window, we have to do something to this icon first. So let's make this layer disappear. So now look again, element properties, right? Because this is again like every other element. Here you go to change something with any element. It might be text, it might be image, it might be headline, button, whatever. You always go here, right? And you have different options to deal with this. You can change the image here. You can tweak some image properties. But what we want to do will be actions and events. Oh, and they did always this for us, so it's already working. All right, it's already working. On this element being clicked, layer video pop-up will fade in. Yeah, so we already did everything. So now we have to check whether they did on a layer fade out. Perfect. All right, let's see. We could actually check this live. And if simply it works live, it works. But yeah, this on clicking this element, that should be fade out. All right. So it looks like everything working and it's ready to roll, but the last thing here would be adding the video here. And as you see, you click again on element, and here are relevant options for the element. In this case, video. So we've already seen, right, that you simply pick up another video from library. In this case of Convertri, because this is element of Convertri, but if you want, you can change this to Vimeo, right? Like, for example, you have it on Vimeo or on Vistia. So you change this video element on this layer as, again, this is a layer, right? The thing is a layer. So you click on the layer and mm, this is like element of anything. You can put anything on a layer, really. You can create amazing pop-ups here with really multitude of elements. I will show you soon what I've did on one of my pages with Focus, right? So you can have an element of a long form sales page like this, and there will be a FAQ, for example, with frequently asked questions, right? With single question and answer, and you can put there exactly a video element for explanation, or say some images. I've put down images. Some have images, some videos from explanations, right? Or for sure, again, showing, not telling, right? So it has many applications, many uses. But now let's see. We want to again change this element on this layer. We say don't want the Convertri player. We want mm, say all right. So that's not quite what we would like. So what I've did was pressing delete after clicking on the element. All right. And now instead of this, we want Vimeo. But this is not quite what we wanted, right? Because now we have to recreate the button. So I probably should do something else, and everything should stay as it was. Because now we will have to recreate the icon here for. So let's refresh this. We will do it anew. So again, we click on this, and as you see now, we haven't actually destroyed this, but we've destroyed earlier this. Now it should be the same, but now we want to have everything as is. Hmm, that's an interesting task to. All right, so now the thing should, yeah. So we rescued this element, right? All right. And you see now relevance and the importance of those lines. Oh, oh, but now we have this black and this black. Hmm. All right, so let's see if. Hmm. So we would either change the icon, right? The actions and everything would work still, but we could change the image, right, to be more. For example, we could take something um, here, Pixabay. Those are free stock image. Or you could find something that you like. Let's say we like, um, yeah, nothing is good here. This looks quite okay. Oops. Pixabay. All right, so let's select this one. Good. We would. The resolution is a bit too high. Mm, all right. Um, oops. So here we have another problem very easily dealt with in Convertri. You just use this send to back, right? The video goes back, and now the icon is at the front, right? And yeah, everything is still it doesn't look fantastic. Perhaps outside would be better. Hmm. Or again, you would stick with what you had, right? With this icon, but you would change thumbnail, and this would then pop in. All right, so all right, it pop in now because we've sent this back. All right, so now when mm, everything should work, the last thing we could do is obviously change the video URL from Vimeo, and yeah, and the thumbnail, right? Yeah, so that's it. That would be it. All right, so let's see how this works now. Publishing is simple. Say, let's call it webinar. Play. Um, what was the motion here? Let's say to recognize what is this. And after publishing, it will be also saved already, right? From time to time, I suggest saving your work rather more often than not. All right, and now we'll see the page. Yeah, and as you see, it works like this, right, as expected. So everything is set up here. The layer thing, right? Okay, I'm in a countryside now on having a few days off, and my internet connection is not impressive. So videos definitely not work well. But we should see some Vimeo demos. Vimeo video. Oh, that's actually a Convertri video. All right. So this is by Convertri. All right. So as you see, that was the process, right? We recreated the thing from the start, right? After removing the first version, right? So this we haven't removed this in the new version, but that would, as you've seen, with one click you remove such things, just as every another block on right on your page, and you are able to do really extraordinary effects here. There is also important from marketing standpoint effect of dynamic text, which makes prospect feeling more um, understood and on the thing by this personalization, such as their name or email address being shown on the web page feels more comfortable and trustworthy for them. So you can also do this easily in Convertri. Perhaps I can even demonstrate this quickly. Hmm. So dynamic text would be, let's hide this thing now. Dynamic text is available. I haven't done this recently, but I have it on one of my on two or three thank you pages, and it works very well. Those thank you pages have like almost 90% of conversion rate, and this is one of the contributor, this dynamic text to its success. So it's worth doing, and it's not that difficult, but it's when you don't do this often. Remember, you have always great support in Convertri, so they will instantaneously, by the way, answer your questions within often minutes, and we will give you great explanations already on the email or send you very very accessible and easy to follow tutorials. So you can do such thing really quickly. This dynamic text would take you, when you would do this for the first time, it would take you I would say no more than 15 minutes to create. But now I'm a bit confused. I don't remember where is this dynamic text feature. Mm, so yeah, the first thing I would, oh, here it is. All right, so mm, yeah, but now I've forgotten how to use it. So I would either play with this around or search through my notebook where I have a special note entitled Convertri tutorials, and I would just very quickly find the tutorial how to do this, right? I wouldn't even bother myself and them to ask this. It would be much quicker for me to just find this tutorial and do this again, or I would just again just do this dynamic text, right? So here I would just try to do this if that would be. Hmm. Oh, okay. So, but anyway, I won't test this now because I don't remember this mm, exactly. Yeah, so the idea is that the thing is taken from the URL, right? So, for example, on a thank you page, if that's the thank you page where you use it, the one of the parameters, like one of the parameters right after question mark, uh, you just, for example, if this is a key one, right? You just name this key one. It will be key one substituted instead of this text, this now. If this is an email, you often have such parameters, right? In URL, email or name, right? Or first name. You would just take this and uh, add here as a dynamic text, right? And it would be after loading this page, if there in the URL is the first name parameter, it would be substituted for this text. All right, it would be substituted for this text. So obviously in this, by the way, it wouldn't be highlighted like this, right? It's only for you here in an edit view. For you, marketer, just to know, right? But it wouldn't be visible for the prospects, for the visitors on the internet, right? Um, and obviously, in this first name example, it would be like this. You would take a text and be like, welcome, right? Or thank you, right? Or congratulations, congratulations. And now would be this dynamic text, right? It's interesting if that text will be copied with dynamic text or not. No, probably not. So you would recreate this dynamic text again. Oh, you actually have already added. Notice all you have to do is once added, you can just toggle the. Oh, but for some reason we can't select it again. Anyway, so you would add this again. It actually should be should be toggable, right? It even didn't add, as you say, it didn't add another first name parameter, the same. It only toggled the thing. Yeah, and now the same dynamic text would show, right, if you would have this here it would, oh, actually, let's leave this. Perhaps I will use this. But surely I would not use this here. So let's remove this from here. Hmm. It will be removed from the page, but I don't want to remove this from the page. Right, I want to remove this only from this text element. But the thing doesn't allow me. I don't know why. Perhaps H1 for some reason mm, interferes with this somehow. Um, yeah, so anyway, what I would do would be just this, and now it's gone. All right, so again, publish or save if you prefer, and you are done, right? Changing the text, for example, you want to do quickly this as this. So you would, if you have specific color here, right? So you would just copy this, paste, and you have the same color, right? All right, you get the idea of dynamic text, I guess now, right? And that will be this personalization. Congratulations, because it's a webinar replay, that would be congratulations, but welcome again. Right? Typically, you play webinar, you give the opportunity to replay a webinar for people who have already seen the webinar, at least in large portion, right? So that's why we would say to them, welcome again, and um, and perhaps here we would have again, right? Because if there would be no parameter in the URL, we will have this again displayed, right? If there will be the first name in the URL, there will be again. All right, and this would work. The sizing perhaps would be changed a bit, and yeah, and yeah, that would that would be all, right? Okay. So I hope that would show you how really Convertri can be easy to use. It's quite extraordinary software. And yeah, you want now, for example, uh, do something else. For example, after replay, send them to to some sales page automatically, right? You can do such things as well, like automatic redirects from page to page. A prospect does not have to click on something to go, from a page. Typically, it's a button that links right to another page, right? If that would be opt-in, the typical route is sending them to some thank you page, right? So that would be a link of a thank you page, right? Under this button. But here we can, after video is played, there are different options to make it do something for you different than just stop and do nothing. For example, you can redirect the mm, all right, so now this is not the way to do this. If you would like to redirect them after the video is played, you have many options, by the way. Um, you can do something on the page after a video, say, plays um, 10 seconds or whatever time you select, 20 minutes, right? For example, some offer or some option or some buttons can pop up, right, for interactions, or a CTA, or to make prospect to do something next, right? You can do many things with the video here on web on Convertri. Mm, but let's say we want them to mm, we want them to just go to another page. So anyway, I wouldn't actually do an automatic redirect. I would, after the video plays, say mm, not don't remember how to do this now. But anyway, you have an option. Not sure if in with Vimeo there might be some platform limited ways of of extending those features, those interactive features, but it just might not be available for every platform. But you can, as I said, do many things, mm, and I would do here some pop-up at the end of the video or redirect, perhaps, I don't know yet, and they would just go to the sales page, right? All right, anyway, I hope this gives you the idea of what is possible in Convertri. Again, this is not just the speed where Convertri really stands out, and this is, I would say, the single, to my mind, is the single most important thing on Convertri, because as I've already explained in the previous video, 1 second of your website of your web page load time might translate into losing several tens of people who opt in on your page, right? All right, but now I will show you really complex page that I did for another of my brands. This is a long sales page, and because I am going to spend a lot of money on advertising, I didn't just trust the copy in the template. I built it on according to workshops of a top copywriter, exactly on this long sales page topic. And yeah, here it is. This is alongside. By the way, this is one of those Convertri whole funnel templates, right? You have sales page, you have some content page, you have some content page. It might be a blog, it might be some advertorial, some education page, right? But it will be leading to sales page. It might be direct to your sales page from sale. Um, some paid advertising platform, right? And then from sales page you go to checkout, to some upsell page, right? And you have everything here, but I want you to see now what is possible in Convertri in terms of complexity. Uh, so this is page selling as e-scooter, right? This is one of my e-scooters, and you have some pain points, um, some pain points, some agitation of this pain points, some desires, some impressive imagery, some benefits, general benefits, another video more specific, uh, but also impressive, and another benefits, more specific benefits, then small presentation, another presentation, and extraordinary features, and finally some summary and social proof and scarcity and warranty. All right. Then bonuses, final call to action, and frequently asked questions. So as you see, you really can do everything here. And here I've mentioned that you can do a lot on on layers with pop-up layers. So here's an example in exactly in FAQs. As you see, the stuff is loading dynamically, so not everything is loaded exactly for the speed. everything in once, right? But only during scrolling down. And here you have those pop-ups, right? So, for example, there can be simple image for illustration. There might be some text, an image. There might be just link to scheduling call. There might be some text with bullets. And I have somewhere also this element with this pop-up element with video. Mm. Anyway, like you've seen on this previous presentation. All right, so as you see, there's and by the way, on the click, right, you are going to the checkout page, right? And it's all made out of templates, right? Of Convertri templates. They are changed by me again by adding some element. Like here, I've added this element uh, of scooters to be selected, right? Because for many reasons, right? But this is just a template of Convertri, right? Fundamentally. And you have to put some basic required information, right? To go further, right? So this is required, right? And yeah, and that's all. Then you will go to to the final page where you put your credit card data or other payment. All right, so as you've seen, this is this is also made out of templates, right, of Convertri, but it has been changed quite a bit. But they have also such a long form sales page, and this is this whole theme of this page is taken from them. I've changed only my colors to make them a bit here to match my branding, and that's all. And you can do it globally, right? You don't have to change every element. You can do it globally for a page, right? You just do uh, uh, the set changes globally for a page, or even for an entire funnel if you want. But here for a page, um, so that you don't have to change every single element, right? Yeah, and as you see, this is amazingly drag and drop technology, right? Still, building such a page will not such a long page like this will not take you quick, but yeah, it's as you've seen, it's just as easy as ABC. And again, if you run into some troubles, like for example with those small difficult elements, like those layers or this dynamic text, then you just consult the support, which answer all your questions very quickly. And There's nothing really to worry about in Convertri. And those two things that really stand out in this software is again the speed. This is number one. I don't think any other software out there in building pages or funnels is matching them really, because again, from the very beginning, those creators of this software put an enormous emphasis on this, right? And the second creator of this, the founder of this company, put the stress on the easiness of use. So again, on this drag and drop technology, so that you can create this those pages really fast, right? And that's it. Hopefully that is helpful for you, and yeah, have a good day.